Hey everyone, it's Dee at DSP Photography, and I wanted to show today how to use the templates and the marketing sets because I've had a couple questions on them. So I want to make a little video. Hopefully I'll help you guys use them. Once you get them and you unzip the folder, you should open it up and have all of this in there. This is just really quick how to use templates, basically how to use the clipping masks. You can read over that. It also on the bottom tells you, recommended labs, and actually I use Pro DPI as my lab, so I use their guidelines. So when you use it for if you're using it for another lab, double check on the size specifications to make sure it fits into there. And adjust it as needed. There's my thanks and my terms and a ProMad just to show a visual of what all is included. So I guess it gets confusing because it shows front and back, and if you open it up, you don't see two different Photoshop files, PSDs, for front and back, and that's because they are included in each PSD file. So if you open up one, give it a second, you will see a background, and this is a appointment reminder front, and then turn that off, appointment reminder back. So what you want to do is pick the one you want to edit first, choose it. You can also turn on the guidelines to kind of see where the cropping is. Sorry, let's go sneeze. Sorry. And so once you choose if you want to edit the front, click the down arrow, you'll have a folder. I use grouping so it keeps it more organized. Unfortunately, with elements, they don't allow grouping, which they should, but you can just use the ungrouping action that's in my shop and run it. And actually I can show you, because in elements it will show like a little, I think it's a pencil to X through it or a line through it or something like that, just saying that's uneditable, that sounds weird, layer. So you'll just click the ungroup action, which will look different because obviously this is Photoshop and not Elements. So you just click the ungroup action, push play, and as you see it open up that folder into the two folders that are inside of it. Each folder has two folders inside of them, one for text, one for graphics. That's just to make it even easier on you guys. So if you want to edit the text, you can go in and edit that. If you want to change the color in the graphics, you can go in. If you like the colors, you can leave them the same. Obviously, this is designed to easily change colors to match your branding. So like I said, if you run ungroup on that, it opens it up and there's different sections. So what I'm actually going to do is go back because I'm in Photoshop and I like my groups. Click that closed. So open up text and you can see you can edit up each of these. I have no clue where I was at. Sorry, I got interrupted. So let's just try to wait where I was at. Alright, open up the text folder and you'll see every word here is in a text file, and if you don't have the font, it will show a little warning sign in the little tiny corner, and you can easily just change it to your font. So if you don't have the font, you can, it will tell you what font it is, and you can actually go download it, but you can easily just change it to match your logo. This is where you want to put your logo at, so you can just turn off these two if you don't want them on there, and just put your own logo in there, or you can change the wordings. This is Bentham font, this top one. So like I said, you can go in and change it to match your branding. I'm obviously not going to change anything because this is fine for me. And you can change what it says right there. We can't wait to see you, don't forget. You can change that to say whatever you want. All the graphics, open it up, the white stripe, you can change that color. If you need to change the color, these little tiny squares in there is sorry, hold on just a second, let me see if I can zoom in. Alright, couldn't get it up, but that's alright. Just double click the square right by where it says white stripe, and then you can change that to be whatever color you want. be white, you can make it a black stripe. And this is your clipping mask, so you'll want to place your image right above here. This is a color fill, which is the bottom. I don't know why I didn't label that actually. Double click it and change the colors to be whatever you want to be. And here you want to place an image. So you want to place your image right over this. Go to File, Place, and go locate a image you want to place over there. I'm just going to grab one from my portfolio that I have and just resize it. Make sure you got the you can hold shift down, or you can click that little button and maintain your aspect ratio so it doesn't get distorted. And then once it's over there, you click Control-Alt-G in Photoshop, Control-G in Elements, and obviously that is Command, or is it? I can't remember. In Mac, I use PC, so you know the Mac version of it. I'm actually going to do a white stripe. And then you can open up the banner one, and then you can actually change the banner color. You can go and do a gradient if you want. Maybe go a little lighter. Click that and even go lighter. So you can play around with whatever color you want your banner to be. And let's just say change the color of this. You want to change the color of your font. Click that little square and change it. Alright, that is, turn that on, make sure it's matching. And that would be what the front now looks like. So then you could go and change your back to match the front coloring, which really the back is pretty much not much you change except for your information down bottom. So time location you want to probably keep the same. You might change the font types. I'd probably keep the this part the same because it's set up to match pretty nicely. So if you change it, it may not keep the same depending on the font you use. It's the same type of aspect ratio here. And then you can even turn on that back one, open up your graphics, double click your chevron, click that color, turn that one off, and now you've got that color on your back, front, and back. Really quick editing on that. And all these shapes, they're all your graphics are shapes. They all, you can tell by, or they're color fills. So all you do is double click the box right here to change colors, and double click the actual shape to change colors. And if you click on the words are not on there, it will pop this up. You just hit cancel. I do that often. So just make sure you click the actual shape, or the tiny box that's right by the wording right here. It has to be that layer that's actually chosen to change the color. And then once you're done, you click save, and then this, and then you'll want to save them as whatever your lab tells you to save it as. So JPEGs they'll give you exactly what to save it as. This size on this one was a 5x7, so it's 5.25, 7.25 to account for the extra area around the edges where it's gonna get chopped off. Alright, I'm rambling now, just I don't know why. So click, I'm not gonna say that because it's not what I'm gonna use. All of them are set up like that. All the cards, they're all got the front and the back included on each one. So go in and edit each one individually. Sorry I keep getting interrupted, it's throwing me off. My son keeps coming inside. So just open up each one, you'll be able to see what's all included. The apps, open them up, and you can see the graphic for pointing to the left arrow, pointing to the right. And if you open up text, you can change them. I have two already included, but you can change that to be whatever you want to have for your Facebook tab. Trifold has actually a separate file for back. That's because they include a separate file for back. It's set up a little bit differently. Social media icon, once you open it up, like I said, they'll have a right arrow, a left arrow, a white stripe, and then double click there to change your color to match your branding, or you can, if you got gray branding, gray and white, keep that, or you can go with white and just play around with the colors that you want. You can go ahead and change it. I'm changing all the colors right now, just taking a second. Open up text, and you'll see I have for Facebook, you'll want to match the color of this because it blends into that bar, and it looks good if you match the color, same as that. And you can go in and edit each color as needed, or you could just keep it. Like I said, I got Facebook, Twitter, blog. You can change all these words to say whatever you want. And I'm going to change this. Okay. What I do have it set up to do though is the first set is on the left side, or the F's on the left, and the arrow is for left side, and the second wording is set up for the right side arrow. So I want to make sure you have right side turned on for that. You'll notice it because it will look weird if you don't have it on the right arrow set turned on. There you go. Or you can go and do colors. I'm just playing around, just showing you different options you can do. And whatever, you customize it to match your branding, so whatever works for you. And that is, all of them are the same way, where you want to open them up and you'll see the different folders, so you can add them as needed. Hopefully that will help you guys out. And that was a lot of rambling and a lot of interrupting, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you.